Yo, my name is Doug Martin, and we're going to try to make some hominy here from our field corn. So we've got our field corn that's been shucked off of our program here, our Central Texas Cherokee Township Three Sisters program. And so one of the ways you can kind of take this corn off is just by hand and push it off like that. But we also have these little sheller devices, and we can put it through there and kind of make short work of it. Rachel from our group as well, and she'll demonstrate some of that as well. So it's a pretty straightforward process. Get the corn off the cob. In the old days, they probably would have had parties and done 1,500 of these at a time to get these all together, get them all out. But because we don't have all that much corn, we have a little bit better, a little bit smaller scale system. So that's enough corn for a real good batch of hominy. So with this one here, what we're going to do is, there's only 2 ingredients. We've got our field corn, and we've got pickling lime. And pickling lime is calcium hydroxate. If you have a market next to you that maybe sells it as cal, you might see it as cal here down here. That's really popular, cal. But pickling lime, if you can find it online, sometimes the stores will have it, sometimes they won't. Basically, all we're going to do is we're going to take ourselves a pot that we can cover, and we will take. We'll blow a little bit of the chaff out of the way. But we'll take our field corn and we'll throw it into the pot. And if there's any big piece of chaff, you can pull it out. All the chaff and the corn silk is edible. It won't hurt you none. It's not going to do anything. And we're going to add this pickling lime to it, so it'll kind of make it, anything that might be on there will be pretty much neutralized by this pickling lime. So we got ourselves a little bit of corn, and we don't need a ton of pickling lime. I've done this before, and people say I use way too much. People say I use too little. People say I need a lot. People say there's measurements and things. I'll just get the pickling lime and just get a little spoonful. This is a pretty big spoon, but get a little spoonful. So yay much, and that might be way too much, so I'll put a little bit back. Pickling lime is not super dangerous, but it is caustic, so you want to be careful with it. It's not lye, like some people will use lye. In the old days, they used wood ash from hardwood ashes. This is not that level of danger, but you don't want to get it in your eyes. If your kid's around, watch out for the kids. Don't let them put their hands in it. Don't let them put things in there, because we are creating a caustic mixture here. So we'll just need some water. I just do enough water because you're going to be cooking it, so you're going to cook off some of this liquid. I usually use about a cup and a half for all day, keep in your refrigerator, have grits all week kind of thing. Usually you can grind up a couple grits every so often. The corn will expand 2 to 3 times the size that it is now, so in this solution. And for the measurements on the cal, honestly, I look them up, and some of them go by grams, some of them go by weight, some of them just say eyeball it. In the old days, they just threw enough wood ash till they liked the color. So I just do it till it's kind of cloudy, and like I said, half a spoonful is probably enough. A full spoonful is probably enough. We're going to be washing this liquid off, and basically what it does is this caustic solution dissolves the outer coating that's on there, and then the calcium that's in here, because this is labeled as calcium, it attaches to the niacin in the corn. The corn has niacin, but your body can't digest it. So if you eat sweet corn or canned corn or whatever kind of corn that's not processed this way, it actually strips your body of niacin and can make you sick over time. If that's all you ate, if you ate just cornbread every single day and it was cornmeal that hasn't been this processed, you'll actually have a vitamin deficiency. But when we do this process, that calcium attaches to niacin, and now it's digestible for people. So most traditional cultures, Cherokee and all the 5 tribes, and of course then into Mexico where this process was kind of developed, they all will start with this and then they have a recipe. So for bean bread, for tamales, for tortillas, this is the basic building block for that process that we all kind of use in our traditional foods. So from here, we'll just put it to cook. And so what we're going to do is, very simply, we're going to bring it to a boil, turn it down to a simmer, and we're going to simmer it for 30 to 45 minutes. Once that's done, we will remove that from the heat, cover it, and it will sit over there overnight. And then it will just stew in that solution. As it cooks, as we might hear it or see it, as it cooks, as it starts to boil, you will start to smell masa. You'll smell that tamale flavor. It'll start coming out, and the kind of the ways you know it's working is if the color changes. On this place, it'll get darker, more yellow on the white. It'll get darker, almost black on the purple. The color will change, get a little darker. That smell will come up, and it'll get slimy, and as the outer coating comes off. And so it'll start to increase in size. Again, 2 to 3 times the original corn size, and that'll make your hominy. And when you're done, and when that's all done in the morning, you're gonna have to take it, strain it. And I don't suggest straining it and putting down your sink, because it is it's lime. It's gonna calcify your thing. If your friend's a plumber, maybe do that. But if your friends aren't plumbers, don't do that. It's actually really good for the garden. They sell garden lime at hardware stores and garden centers. So if you have a compost heap that's got a lot of acid, or you got acidity in the soil, and you want to bring down that one, just take it outside and strain it out there. And then you're going to wash it and rinse it until it comes off clear. And when that happens, you'll end up with this.